The lesson.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, because I wasn't there in the height of it all, like I kind of was getting into it by the time I was real familiar with everything was when you were winning it, and then it kind of died off after that.
Yeah.
So I've heard the stories, Melbourne, Sydney, and I've seen, some of the battles online. Osiris has posted some on his channel.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, probably my favorite two Australian DJs were yourself, J Red, and also as a third DJ Bones.
Yeah,
they were kind of like my favorite.
DJ Bones, man.
I seen him once. I juggled something, warm up at Muff and Plutonic. It was like Mary J. Doubles, and he's give me a quick go at that, and I'm like, he jumped on 30 seconds. I'm like, I'm throwing these out the fucking window.
Yeah,
I can't do that shit.
Yeah.
But you guys were kind of like my favorite three, and then I became more familiar with Samrai, the battle side of things, in the last 5-6 years doing my history, because I knew him more as the club dude with the Blazing mixtapes, which I really liked. I loved all that Blazing shit that he did.
Yeah. They did all right out of that.
Now, when we were having a chat, we were talking about, competitiveness and who could battle who, etc. And I asked him the question, you guys never got to battle.
Samrai?
Yeah, no. Now I asked him the question, do you reckon you could take on Staen? And he responded very confidently saying, easy.
Oh, I'm sure he would.
Now, what do you reckon, like honestly, being objective, if you guys went head to head, how do you reckon you'd come out?
What I'll say, 2003, most of the decent dudes that was still battling was around. If Samrai had been in that competition, I don't think things would have gone much differently. All right? So I ain't going to go around bad mouthing too many people, this and that. But if they want to try and diss me like that, it's like, well, come on, man.
Well,
you really think you're going to fucking do that shit, man? Come on. You're a fucking sucker, man. That shit was 20 years ago, man. We're not fucking battling no more. You know what I mean? And yeah, I won some competitions back then, man. Those dudes, they didn't even qualify at the world final, man. So you shouldn't be talking to me about that shit. Shouldn't be talking about me, man. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I asked the question, I put it out there. But the reason I asked the question was because now that I'm more familiar with his style, especially with all the Red Bull stuff that's gone down, it would, for me as a fan, it would just be a trip seeing those two different styles.
Yeah.
Go head to head. I think it would be like, it'd be hard. My personal opinion, it'd be hard to pick. It's like, it might come down to preference of style. But yeah, that's why I asked the question. And I don't think it was a diss on his end. I think more he's just very confident.
Yeah. No one goes into a battle thinking that you're going to fucking lose, right?
That's right. And that's the thing I did like, is that, man, he talks that shit. He's got that bravado, that battle bravado. And,
that's cool. One of the things that I kind of realised after battling is it really ain't shit. You know what I mean, it's not the be all and end all, which we thought it was when we really started out.
Osiris said the same thing.
We got into it, and I got plenty out of it. I probably got into it right at the end of being able to get something out of it. These days you can't get shit. So it is what it is, man.
The lesson.
Oh yeah.